Hi guys, welcome to our 4th episode. I'm Desiree.
And I'm Justine.
And I'm Aisha.
And this is
Sippin and Dishin.
Okay guys, so today we have Aisha with us. It's actually a funny story how I know her. I met her 4 years ago, but she actually went to school with my husband.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So
I didn't know that.
Yeah, small world, right?
El Camino.
No, she's a stranger to me.
Justine doesn't know her, but we're about to know her really well. So thank you for being on.
Thank you for the invitation. I'm excited.
Me too. It's always fun.
Yeah.
So did you prepare 2 truths and a lie for us?
I did. So the first will be I am from Sacramento. The second will be I've jumped off the Stratosphere building in Las Vegas. And lastly would be I have one very interesting piercing in a hidden gem area.
Just to let you know, we don't have a good track record.
We don't. Oh my gosh. I think we've got them all wrong.
Yeah, I don't think there's been one that we gotten right.
But
I
make
mean,
it very interesting.
Today might be the day that we finally get one right. I mean, okay, so
Confidence.
to me, I feel like maybe the most simple might be the lie. So I don't think you're from Sacramento.
What was the second one?
Oh, I jumped off the building, Stratosphere building in Las Vegas. Do you know the Stratosphere building? It's that big, tall building. With
I
like
know
a
the
spaceship.
building, but do you
Okay.
go
Isn't
the...
that the old one? Like the one that's on like the old...
I feel like you guys are asking too many questions, and if I talk,
I
then you
feel
might know
like-
some details.
Okay,
Oh,
because
very true.
I know the building, but I don't know if there's anything on it that you could jump off.
Oh yeah, there's a whole
Okay,
bunch of
okay.
things. Yeah, you can. There's a ride that like ends at the cliff.
Okay. I was actually with Desiree because I feel like you might not be from Sacramento. I feel like you're from
trying to throw
somewhere
us
else.
off. So which one is it?
I'm from Sacramento,
Ah,
California.
See?
So it looks like you got to keep going for that. Damn, that record of 1. So the lie is actually, I don't have an interesting piercing. I thought about it. It was close. I just can't. It's just, that's.
Well, those both seem like really like out there. So I was like, maybe they're the truth and they're trying to throw
Yeah.
us off. Yeah.
no, I did
Everyone's
it with,
had a different strategy. I just don't know. Because like with Heather, the obvious one was the lie. Because she had said that she had never broken her nose. And so we were like, oh, that must be the truth, right?
That's a simple one.
And so this time I was
Everyone's done
like,
that.
the simple one must be the lie. Still wrong.
yeah, I think it's sometimes for me, I always go with the opposite. Like, that's too simple, so I'm going to go with the extraness.
Yeah, I like that.
But
I mean,
yeah,
it makes sense.
I probably am wrong too. So
Man, I
Well,
can't
how
believe
was
it.
jumping off the stratosphere?
scary as heck.
Stratosphere.
I almost did it. I almost lost all my money. So
Oh, you
I was gonna walk off like $100. No problem. You need to keep it. Like,
No thanks.
but it, like your life flashes in front of you. You lose your breath, and then it's not
So
that
is
bad.
it like
you
a
land.
bungee
It's a
jump?
bungee jump,
Oh,
and then
okay.
you literally like just land slowly onto the ground.
Oh,
Then
so
it-
it like goes all the way. It doesn't do like a bing, a halfway.
No,
oh,
no,
bing,
like
quarter,
jumping.
bing.
You just it kind of like slow you down right at that end.
Wow.
But it's a huge drop. Yeah, we
yeah.
all did. I did it with one of my old best friends, and my wife. So it was I mean, with alcohol, you can do a lot.
Oh, yeah. I feel like the alcohol would come up though for me.
Oh, for sure.
I'd be like, fuck this, I'm done. Take me home.
For
I
sure.
almost died.
For sure. And then just do it again. Exactly. But would I do it again? No.
No? One time, huh?
Yeah.
One and
because
done there, done
I
it.
think, when you're younger, you just kind of.
It's true,
You
yeah.
know, you just,
Yeah.
I'm dangerous. I'm crazy. You got something to prove. I have a kid now, a life I really enjoy.
You don't want to die.
No, I'm going to skip that one for now. Like, I wear my seatbelt when I drive, just safety,
You're like, nothing that's going to put your life in danger.
No,
Yeah.
not anymore. When you're a mommy, it changes. So
It
Exactly.
does. It does. I used to want to bungee jump.
All the
and
time.
Now I had kids and I'm like, oh, that dream went away. Maybe when I'm old. And
That makes sense.
they're gone and
I've always wanted to skydive. And then, like, now at this point, my husband's just like, no, you're not. I'll divorce you.
did you
Yeah.
hear about all those
I
accidents in
mean,
Lodi?
that's not
Yes.
helping.
Well, just
my
don't go to
cause.
that one. I think it's
Yeah.
just that one.
Someone with the better track record, maybe, if I'm going to jump out of a plane.
not a
Because
good
she
pond,
landed like
maybe.
on the freeway.
Oh, shit. That would be so horrible for the drivers. Oh my god.
For the
Trauma.
drivers, though.
Yeah. I mean, she's dead, but can you? The people
Rest her soul.
alive
But,
are gonna have to have PTSD.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
know what I
Can you
mean? Like,
imagine that?
Oh god, I would be
Just
scared
like
to drive.
fall from the
Definitely
sky.
not on that freeway.
And that's free. There's nothing else, so you're going to see it.
Oh shit, that's
Everything
so
of
scary.
it. Yeah. So I remember driving and seeing someone in front of me hit someone and seeing that person fly up.
Oh
and
my
just-
gosh.
That was
Is it like in the
horrible seeing.
movies?
Wow.
Yeah, literally.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, literally just like in the movies. And I was a good narrative and I stopped so I can, help. And
That
I
must
think I
have
was
been nerve-wracking.
17. Oh, yeah, definitely.
man.
I was 17. And then like a couple months later, I guess the guy was suing the person,
Oh, the
who
one that got
him.
hit.
Mhm. And they chased me down just because I needed to testify
be like
in
the
court.
witness.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
But when I say I'm not used to, being served, and they're aggressive. They're aggressive. Like my dad, he already knew. Like when he was knocking on a door, they're like, "We're looking for whoever," and then he's like, "We don't know who that," and he just like threw the paper through the crack of the door the moment my dad was shutting it,
Oh my
and so
God.
that's served.
Really? I
That's
thought
it.
they actually had to like
Acknowledge that it was you.
touch
thought
it. I thought they had to like whoever
All
touched
my
it last, it's
experiences
theirs.
from like the movies.
Oh.
So they're like, "Hi, you should blah blah blah," and you're like, "Yeah, that's me," and they're like, "You've been served."
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't realize they were just gonna like
But
throw
I
that
thought
shit
it was
in
just
there.
a weird guy chasing me because he was like standing outside the apartment, and I'm 17.
And you're
I'm
a
not even
young
legal
woman in America.
And and they didn't even know that because all I left was my name and phone number as a witness.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Do you want to dive into your
Yes.
first topic? So Aisha's first topic today is life as a working mom, which all of us here are
Can relate.
experiencing. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all working moms.
We're all tired.
I think that's like the main topic there is just being tired. But then for me, it's like a superpower, an energy that just never dies. Like even though you feel tired, when you hear your child call your name after a long day, you're just like, yes. But then, they're so excited to talk to you, tell you about their day, excuse me. And it's if you take a moment to just kind of like listen or give them that 5 minutes that they've been screaming for all day, like it's a beautiful thing. And even though I'm tired as heck, at that moment I don't feel it, but I feel bad at times, when like there's moments where field trips come up or important events.
It's that mom guilt. That's real for working moms, and I'm sure all moms, because I'm sure there's every aspect that you think you're failing them in some way.
Right. And then they always think like it's the mom that has to, be there when the child is sick, or in an event for the school or something, and it's when the roles are switched and maybe now your job needs you a little bit more than you used to, when you get home, like I try not to talk about work, but sometimes you just want to let it out.
But you spend 8 hours a day there. Of course, you're going to want to talk about it.
Right.
It's technically I feel like your first home. I mean you're there awake more hours than you are at home awake.
And I felt bad because I missed the first 3, I think, field trips because I was always the opposite. Like family comes first, and family still comes first for me. But there's times where the sacrifices have to be made sometimes, when there's important things going on at work or something. But it's a hard balance to find because you can dive into work because you really enjoy it. It really is a good passion for you, and so sometimes you don't really see it as hard work. Like it's an enjoyment, right? So you get lost in it. And then you realize, oh wait, shoot, I haven't had time to do something with my daughter, do something special with your child, because you just get lost in it. I think that's the hardest part for me is finding that balance sometimes.
Yeah, I think so too, because it's like you're there all day, and sometimes it feels like you're giving work all of your energy, that by the time you get home, there's not like much left to give for this little person that wants your attention too. And then it's like, man, I'm just tired. I just want to sit on the couch, play my game on my phone, maybe watch a TV show, but I can't.
How about
TV
just
show
that
that's
one
not G?
scroll on Instagram? We just kind of just scroll one time.
No, because they want to scroll it for you.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
It's like, mommy was trying to look at that picture.
Who's this? What's
Oh,
that?
that's a cute outfit.
Yep.
Can I have that, mommy? Oh, wait, let's like that. It's just
God forbid there's an ad for something they want to see though, because then hold on, no, you gotta go back up, mommy. I saw a princess dress.
And it's like, and you probably went real fast past that picture.
Trying.
And they just seen a little glimpse of the texture of the clothes. I don't know, something, the pattern. Like, oh, no.
Yeah.
That was Moana's princess dress. I know what that is, and I want that, mommy. Okay? And it's like, what? How did you see that so quick? Their eyes. I mean, they see everything.
Oh, they're
Everything.
very
Oh,
observant.
they listen to
They're quick.
everything too. Repeat everything.
Have you had your child go back and repeat anything you said? Or pretend
All the
or
time.
act it out?
Yes. Definitely. My daughter's used cuss words
I
accurately.
feel like that's
in the
the
correct context. That's
common
the worst.
one that-
What was the one where like she like dropped something and she was like, "Oh shit," and I was like, "Man, I don't know if I should be mad because you used it right.
Right.
Like
Smart.
you knew that when you
Smart.
dropped that shit, that sucked."
I can't. I
definitely
can't because
me.
I know it's my fault.
Oh, definitely.
And that's true, yeah. Like, but you can't laugh, and then they're like, "Oh, it's funny. I'm gonna do it again."
That's the hardest part.
That is the hardest
especially
part.
when I use it in perfect context. Like,
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like shit's a common one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what
I haven't had
Ass. I was gonna say, I'm gonna whoop your ass.
Well, my daughter actually, because my mom like babysits her one day a week for me while I'm at work, and I get a text from my mom, and she's like, "Why is your daughter telling me that she's gonna whoop my ass?" And I was just like, "Ugh."
She must get it from TV.
I don't know where she heard that. What movie am I watching? Like
She was watching Baby Kids last night.
I feel like I'm just like empty threats. It's like, I swear, CPS, I don't actually do it. I'm just all kinds of threats.
It's the hardest thing because like London will give you this beautiful, like cutest smile ever, and I'm just like, stop smiling. Like,
I'm trying to be mad at you.
I'm trying to be mad. I'm trying to like, okay. So the other day she got in trouble for lying. Well, she had an accident at school. She peed herself, and she lied about it. But apparently she's not good at lying because there was obviously pee on the ground, and she says she peed in the toilet.
On the
Something
lie
was
about.
off.
There's evidence.
There's evidence.
It's okay. That means she knows she's not a good liar. So anytime later in life she tries to lie to you,
I'll know.
you're gonna know.
Exactly. So she goes.
It's a good thing.
Yeah.
And I said, and you lied. I said, you never lie. I said, because once you start lying, then mommy can't trust you. And if you don't have mommy's trust, what's there? She's like, okay, well, what's a lie?
Now we got to break down this sentence.
So I broke it down to the cookie jar. I said, London, let's say you go to the cookie jar and you grab a cookie, and I ask, are you grabbing a cookie? And you say no, but there's obviously a cookie in your hand.
That's a
That's a
lie.
lie. She was like, okay. So I hope she only doesn't think that she lies when she steals a cookie. But let's just
funny.
pray for the best.
Trying to punish her. She didn't even know what she's in trouble for.
No. And you have to if she says, I want to take, for example, let's say I want to go from A to B to get to C. And I say, no, you can't, you're not getting to C. Mm-hmm. She'll say, okay, I'll just go backwards from E to D and still get to C. Mm-hmm. And so it's like, gosh, she's smart.
I was
you
gonna
know?
say, that's pretty smart.
And how am I going to beat this at 16? Like,
She's gonna
gosh.
get you.
Yeah. Not looking forward to that.
Yeah. But
Teenage
going back
years.
to the work and child, like I always want to be example for my child, for, being independent. Mm-hmm. I was always raised to be independent, not depend on anyone. Unfortunately for, life situations sometimes. Growing up, that's like all we had was to depend on ourselves. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I want her to remember how important it is to always remember who you are, do for yourself.
Mm-hmm. How old's your daughter?
4. I start young.
See, I feel like I raised my daughter that way, and now she's just got that
That drive?
She's always right. She's independent. So now it's like you want to raise
You created
them.
this monster?
Yeah, you want to raise them to be strong and independent, but
not
then,
too strong.
But then they got that mouth on them too. Like,
So
no,
now they're trying to be stronger than you.
yeah.
It's a power
But
struggle.
but then it's like you always got to check them. Like, I need you to know you will never be. This is mommy. This is you.
Know your
You
place
can
in
be
the
right
food
here.
chain.
You can be right there.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Food chain, but I feel like my kid's gonna be taller, so it's like here I am.
So, girl,
Here
stand
you
on the
are,
table.
But
Stand on the table.
No, your daughter's
Come down
definitely going to be taller
I
than you.
know.
That's mine.
You're going to
too.
have to look up at her and be like, what'd you say to me?
Uh-huh. Come down lower. I can't hear you.
You better squat when I talk to you.
But they'll appreciate it because how old is your daughter?
she'll be 7 in January.
Oh.
I know. She's going
Yeah,
on
she's strong.
13.
I didn't
Yeah,
realize
I
that they
said-
started being sassy that early.
I
It
know.
feels early. That
does
means we're
feel
only a
early.
couple years before getting attitude.
A lo-
That's bullshit.
I mean,
I warn y'all. I'm
True,
warning y'all.
yeah.
But you know what? It's a girl thing. I
It
feel like
is.
too.
it's a superpower. I wouldn't want her to,
Yeah, and that's the thing. You want to teach them to be,
be
strong
strong.
and have a,
But
'cause
be
I was very
respectful.
quiet. And so I tried to teach my daughter to be,
That's good.
not
Yeah.
quiet and be strong and all that stuff. But now she's not quiet. And now she's got a thought about everything. She's
Oh, no.
right. Everybody else is wrong.
I feel like I'm definitely like raising a mini me. Like I give no fucks, and my daughter clearly gives no fucks. She acts like she rules the world, and we're just living in it. And she's like, "Bitch, please, this isn't part of my agenda."
get my juice. Stop
Oh
playing
my
with me.
God, I'm telling you, it's her world, and I just gotta adapt to it, or I'm not gonna be able to live in it. But I get that, like, wanting to instill this independence in them because, like, I too grew up poor, and the only person that was looking out for me was me. And I had to have multiple jobs at a certain point to make it work. And I don't know how it managed, but, like, I just got this work ethic where I was like, work. Let's
that
do this.
hustle.
I'm going to take care of me. Like, I got kicked out at 18 right after I graduated high school. And guess what? I learned to fly
Fast.
because I had no choice. Like, I got my own apartment. I lived by myself. And, so maybe if I, had a little cush, maybe I wouldn't have been strong enough to survive. And then from that
that's a
point
good way to
on,
look at
you know
it.
what I mean? So it's like, it was kind of a blessing, because it taught me that I'm resilient and that I'll be able to survive in
amazing.
any situation. And so I think as being a working mom, we're setting an example for our kids. Look how hard mom works. I want to be like that. I want to work hard too. And so I think the more like being the example of what I wish I had in my life, maybe that would help. Not saying that like my mother didn't work hard, 'cause
No,
she
I hear you.
definitely does, just in a different
She did her
way.
best, I
Yes,
think, at
of
that
course,
moment,
'cause,
yeah.
I mean, clearly at like each generation, it's
Yeah.
harder. And raising a kid like in the when I was born, in the,
I born?
in the
In the
90s,
90s.
yeah,
But yeah.
it's different from raising a kid now. And so I mean, it took me to be an adult to really like appreciate my mother and love her.
Isn't that
'cause
weird how that happens?
Yes, because at 16, pretty sure I told her, I was like, "Bitch, you better hope you never get a kidney. You ain't getting it from me." But now it's like, "Oh, I love you, mom. I give you a kidney."
Yeah, you know what? I have a great way to connect to that one because my mom, I would say my entire life, was addicted to drugs. And it was a battle. I know I shared this with you, Desiree. And I never thought I'll see the day. I really didn't. And I think that was more a defense mechanism for myself, too, because I was tired of being disappointed and hurt. So if I just thought negative, like it just never come, then I wouldn't be let down again, right? So the day comes, unfortunately, wasn't the best way to come. It was forced upon her, and she made a change.
Sometimes those things have to happen to us, though, for us to wake up.
But I was
Yeah, like the
mad
reality
because
check.
it landed on me again.
Oh,
And it was like I was tired,
yeah.
and I was mad at my mom. And then here I am forced to help you, and you
But
couldn't.
you're allowed to be mad.
It's a natural human.
Yeah.
But how, knowing how
Because
to
you're the
process
daughter, though.
that.
You shouldn't be having to take care of her.
And that was always the thing. I'm tired. At a young age, my mom, I used to fill out her job applications, pee in a cup for her, fill out food stamp application, go to the store, remember the food stamps, to get the change, because you didn't have the real
They weren't
money.
cards like now.
exactly.
Not money, yeah.
Buy the 10 cents gum, you get 90 cents back. That's real money there. So, but I was mad. I didn't know how to process that. And then I thought if I ignore it, then I would think that, okay, it didn't affect me. But then when I got married, started my own life, I didn't realize I was carrying a lot of my mom's characteristics.
That's a tough pill to swallow, to realize that you're just like them. I'm guilty. For sure.
Big one. So, I would say from my 20s and my 30s, there's a lot of growing, like a lot of steps. They're like, okay, I'm grown. Nope. A little more grown out. Nope. And you just keep going, right? So anyway, here I am. This is a little bit less than 3 months from being 30. And my mom has been clean since, I would say, March 1st. Actually, my birthday.
Oh.
So
Of this
almost
year?
1 year. Yeah.
Good. Yay.
She's-
That's amazing.
Yes,
I know
never
that's probably a
thought-
struggle for her, I'm sure.
Oh, definitely. I mean, for 30 years, basically
Yeah.
being.
To cut a habit that
And that long of a habit,
Yeah.
like
And she also has, you know, a mental disability, so that's also something that was against her.
Mm-hmm.
You know, of, something easy for you to say, hey, you go to counseling, you do your, you know, your
easy to say it, but
you know, because your brain, like it's I think it's the strongest thing about anybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know, strongest thing in general. It's you got to change everything. You know, your habits, your mind, and your soul, in order to really, you know, be able to stay clean. She had to change her whole surroundings. She's no longer here in Sacramento.
Oh, okay.
She's moved.
oh, so she had to just leave the environment
Leave.
that was negative for her.
Mm-hmm.
Because even as she was doing good, she was in her programs, going to her NA meetings every night. When she had to go handle business outside, you know, because there's still life to do. She would run into those people. She
Yeah.
would do bad,
Oh,
and they'd be like, "Liz, you know, you want a drink? You want this? You want that?" And she, no, I don't do that no more. I don't do that no more. And it's like, don't you get tired of explaining that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Because how do you put it behind you?
when someone's
If it's
constantly
always,
asking.
yeah.
And then I was scared to ever bring that around my daughter. I had to meet in the middle on that one. You know, a lot of prayers, a lot of patience, just hope. But I'm proud I did it. And like you said, everything you do go through, like I don't know what I would do. All I know is to be strong. You know, so even if I am sad for one day, okay, I'll have my pity party for that one day, and then I have to get up and I have to do something
You got
about
shit to
it.
do.
You're
You got a
resilient.
little person that's looking.
Exactly.
Yep.
And I think that's my strength. I
Your
mean, no,
daughter.
that's for sure my strength, you
Yeah.
know. But as it's like, you know, you see the history of kind of your childhood, and then now it's your chance to feed your child, like make this little human being the best human being for this toxic world, I would say we have.
So toxic.
But the responsibility is on you guys. It's on the
It is.
mothers, right?
It
The
is.
fathers, all the parenting, the pressure. There's no book. Like,
God,
I mean,
I wish there was, or like a reset button.
yeah.
Can we start
that
over?
one didn't work out. Let me go back. You know, there's no book, and it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay that there's no book, because a lot of people, I think you know, starting from young. Well, when did your child start walking? When did your child start crying? Right?
Yes.
And that pressure of, well, mine did at 9 months, and maybe yours did at 13 months, and that's
Yeah.
okay.
Yep.
You
That
know,
pressure really sucks.
right? But then you go where? You go to the internet. Well, how old should your child be?
Google.
That pressure.
Oh, Dr. Google's been.
Don't let your child sleep in
Yep.
your bed. That will create this. That would create. You know what?
Different for everybody.
Do what that works for you. I need to sleep. So she was right next to me.
I need to sleep so I can get up, go to work.
So I can be a good mom tomorrow. Like,
Yeah.
You know?
I
So-
think pick your battles. Like if her being in your bed makes you sleep.
Yep.
That seems like if there's a battle won. The other battle could be for a
Win-win.
different day.
When, when I don't mind staying up all
Yeah.
night. Yeah. We'll
So-
try it then.
I think that's awesome though. Whatever.
Well-
I feel like with parenting, like we live in this world where we need to just mind our fucking business. Stop judging other moms because
That's
we're
Realistically,
little.
we're all going through the same shit.
Yes. And what worked for you might not work for my kid, and what works for my kid might not work for your kid. And I think we're all just like don't know what the fuck we're doing. We're trying to
Right?
figure it out.
Don't.
I mean,
that's true.
you don't just like get born and you're like, I'm gonna be a fucking perfect mom.
Right.
No, like I'm gonna fucking make mistakes.
Heck
I'm
yeah.
gonna be angry because I'm also a human being.
Yeah.
My
Feeling
child
my
fell
own
off the couch
emotions.
one time.
Oh. I don't even want to talk about one. That sounds like pretty good. Because I always make jokes about my son because like I'm really into true crime, and I swear to God, they're always white males with head trauma that are fucking serial killers. Okay, and I'm like, shit, my son's a white male, and he gonna hit his head like 1,000,000 times by now. He's gonna kill somebody, and it's like my only objective as a mom is that he's not a serial killer, and then I think I did good. Just like, don't kill nobody, please. That'd be really embarrassing.
Yeah. I don't want to go on TV and explain myself.
Yes, I don't want to be on like 64. What did you do wrong? Where did he turn into this? I'm like, because they always want to blame the mom. You know, it's like,
do.
you're not born a killer. You're turned into one. It's like, well, he fell off the couch, then he fell off the bed, and then he's clumsy. I mean, I don't know what you fucking want from me.
To say that you're not born a killer, okay.
I mean,
I don't agree.
I think it's
Not to say
possible.
that you did. Oh, definitely.
I definitely think
That's like saying, okay, I don't know. Like, you don't just be like, oh, you know, I feel like killing somebody today.
That's not
I mean, as
normal.
much as you can get frustrated with somebody and real pissed off,
You
I don't
like
think you're really
actually-
gonna act it out unless you're really just not there in the head.
Yep.
That's deep. You gotta realize you're about to lose everything your whole life. If you think
And
you're
be
gonna
okay
get,
with it.
and be okay with it.
First of all, I ain't sly. Okay, I'm gonna get fucking caught, and I'm not gonna murder no one if I'm going to jail because I'd be someone's bitch for show.
I was just gonna,
You know,
I'm not a
my
jailbird,
pansy
but I
ass
just
is gonna
can't.
be like, who's gonna be my sugar mama? Because
Who's
I ain't gonna
protect
survive
me?
here.
And you know what? That's kind of
I'm
smart.
a survivor. I'll do what I gotta do. You want me to call you mama? I got you.
You know what? That's smart though, because that's
I'm
the way
just saying,
to survive.
I'm a survivor. Find the biggest chicken. I'm like, I'll do anything for you, sweetie.
It's just like when my brother used to call. He would say, you know, oh, jump in the pool, you pussy, or something. Yeah, and I would tell him, and I would say, I guess I'm a pussy today. I'm not jumping in. So if that's, you know, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna kill someone today. It's just, you know,
Yeah.
Just not today.
that's not
Not
today. When I really lose my whole life, I have nothing to lose. Maybe.
Yeah.
I feel like as a mom, there's always like those moments where I'm like, I'm trying to snap one day, but I never think my snap's going to lead to murder. I think I'm going to cuss someone out. I think I'm going to throw something. I think I might just cry. I don't know.
Yeah.
But never it's like, oh, I'm having such a bad day. Let's kill that motherfucker.
I'm gonna stab that. Yeah. No.
I think it's more so like maybe it might happen on accident. Like
You're like, if I go to jail, I didn't mean to.
I didn't mean to do
an
it.
accident.
You know, like I didn't mean to throw the brick on like her head. Like, you know, something like that I can see be an accident. But it can lead to death. So
It can.
I try not to even do that no more. I mean, not the brick.
Well,
Not the break.
I think the only thing we need to worry about is our spouses getting murdered because they always accuse the partner.
Mine
So
doesn't
it's like
have a
if
life
Perkins-
insurance yet, so yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
see,
but
then
we
they won't
just
think it
had
was
this
you. There's nothing in
conversation.
for it, you.
And if you do get one, do it like years later.
Like
so
it has
it's
to
not
be
right
like
after.
a 5-year plan. Okay,
Why?
5 years later, slowly.
Why do they
poison
always
him.
do that?
I don't know.
They get the life
Stupid.
insurance yesterday and they kill them today. Girl.
Killers aren't smart.
No, I got
Nope.
Because the
Boom.
smart people know not to kill. So that's why it's like normally killers aren't smart because they don't know better.
Or you do like Clorox in the food, you know,
I'm saying.
like.
I don't know. I feel like I
Undercover
need to do a lot of research up like what poison is undetectable.
Do you
And then
remember that in
slowly
Sixth
kill
Sense?
them, right?
Do you remember Sixth Sense?
Mhm. I saw that one with the Lysol or something. Or not Lysol.
Yeah, or-
it was a Pine Sol.
Yeah,
Yes.
like over time.
That's what I'm saying. They were dedicated.
I always thought my dad's
so
wife
just
would
slow-
do that.
Whoa. Shit. Well, speaking of spouses, let's go into topic 2, where we're going to talk about how to keep your marriage a priority while being a mom. How do you put your wife first? You know, even though like technically London's number 1.
Realistically, with it, I mean, let's all be real. Kids number 1 for show.
I would say I just had this conversation. Of course, it was a little more tense because we also had my mom living with me at
Oh.
that moment.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
In-laws
so
make
that
it
was
so
a
much
lot.
harder.
And you know, when we used to sneak out to have our time, it used to be that room. Well, I don't have a room now, so what do I do? You know?
Yeah.
But anyway, with for remembering to, you know, keep your marriage first. I don't have a problem with it. I don't think I have a problem with it. My wife, on the other hand, I think she's so much in love with our daughter that sometimes she forgets. Like I like witness the all that like okay. I remember one day we were in the car, and she surprised London. She was like, "Look, mommy, you know, mom's home." She goes by mom. I'm mommy, and London was so excited. She was like, "Oh my god, mom!" And then like they were giggling and then laughing, and she was tickling her, you know, right? And I'm just like, wow, that's so much love.
But then she walks over to you and just goes,
Hey,
hi.
a pet.
Realistically,
a
let's
pet.
be real.
Not even like, babe, I miss you kiss. Like a peck. Like
yeah.
very lip. Like
How was your day?
It's like,
just that
oh.
little wrinkle of your lip touch your
Yeah.
that's it. You know,
It's like,
I was
oh,
just like,
you're here. Hi.
You know, what about my tickles? What about like, you know,
Yeah.
my big old hugs? My like, are you excited to see me? Like, you know, I'm not this
That
is
is so
sexy.
funny. It is a true thing, though. I mean,
You're
I
just
literally
the
remember doing that today.
Yeah.
That totally happens.
It happens.
But let's be real, though. Does she or you run up and go, "Oh my God, you're home"? Ah!
Okay, no.
Okay, because my kids. But that's the difference. That's the difference, though. The kids run up and go, "Oh my God, you're home."
That is
Woo!"
true. That
so
is
it like
true.
peps you up, and then the
Yeah.
other person's just standing over there, just
Hey.
hi. So you walk over and you do the same
Yeah.
thing. Hi.
Exactly. But lately,
The way you greet me is how I will greet you.
Always the energy you throw is always going to be the same coming back. You know me, Desiree.
Yes.
It's the same. So, yeah, but I have to tell, we have a great community, like we're good with communication. I mean, it was not always like that. Of course, it's like after a breakup, counseling.
You've been together a long time though.
Yeah, 11 years.
Oh man, y'all put
You
in
got
the
me.
work.
Yeah, 11 years together.
I'm almost 10 in March.
Yeah.
10 years together.
Together. How long married?
Married. Oh shit. I think I just celebrated
Don't worry,
celebrated
I'm not,
6
you're
years.
not the only one who forgets.
So say, yeah, if you're
yeah,
6,
so
I'm
6 years.
5.
Yeah.
It's the best way to remember. I always go like, okay.
Yeah, we got
my-
married a year apart.
So for me, it will be 10 in this September.
10. Oh shit. So
Yeah.
10
Wow,
years
so you guys
married.
got married like right out the
2
gate.
years.
They were babies.
Oh yeah, I was 19.
Wow.
Man, girl.
She was 20.
Okay, let me
But I mean,
ask
when you
this
know,
though.
you know.
But I agree. I totally agree with that. How do you keep it alive though after 11 years?
Girl, you got
You know, y'all have done all
Yeah.
kinds of random different shit. And all,
definitely.
you know,
I've
so how do
done-
you keep it fresh?
You got to keep it open. You got to have an open mind. I never thought, like when I was younger, married, I would act out. Like that's weird, right? It's hella
Role play.
weird. But I actually had fun. It was really fun, you know.
So role play.
Date night.
Need a babysitter. Where's your babysitter?
That's Nana.
Oh.
She got our back.
Okay.
She's been our ride or die since like she was a baby.
So she's
Okay.
consistently there
Mine-
for you?
yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
her
so
mom
awesome.
is-
Yeah.
'Cause that gives you time for you guys.
Yeah. She's awesome. Lately, she's in school right now, so it's been limited. But hey, whatever she can
Yeah.
do. Like for example, this Saturday we're going to I think it's what is it, the Holiday Jam. Ashanti and Ja Rule will be there. Oh my god, I'm so
Dang,
excited.
bringing it back.
Yes,
I know they were touring.
I'm so excited. I love Ashanti. I think she's
Yes.
the baddest girl out there. But anyway, no, I really do. It's just I'm an old soul. I have an old soul, so like,
I know, so it's just
Yeah, I do too. Yeah.
so I'm ready. Baby. Yeah, and- but it's time for us.
Yes.
You know, and I think that's the key. Make that time.
Yeah.
Make the time, because between work and your kid or your children, and then any other stuff that comes along, you can lose focus because you kind of like default, like, I know you're going to be there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. So right now, if I don't have time for you, it's okay.
Yeah.
But it's not. This is just what we tell ourselves. Right.
Yeah. 2 other people need my attention. Like,
It's hard
come
to give it
home.
to
Yeah,
them.
come home. I'm tired already. 2 people need my attention. I got homework here. I got homework here. I got to cook dinner. I got to clean.
That's a way more busier schedule than me. Yeah, I don't even do the homework. I'm kind of
Not
scared of
yet.
the homework.
Not yet.
Exactly. I'm scared of the homework because this whole new way of teaching.
They changed
Oh
math.
my god, it's
They
so
fucking
bad.
changed
Did you have to
It's
YouTube
so
it?
bad.
I,
It's so simple,
my
but it's
daycare
so I don't
provider
understand
was
it.
helping her granddaughter, and they were doing math. It was just
It's
weird.
stupid.
It was like they
It's
were putting
absolutely stupid.
they were 7 rows and 3 columns, and that's how she had to count out to 21.
Yes,
Oh my god.
it's stupid. And then was yesterday I noticed she said, okay, you add the first circled number. So it's like 2 plus 3 plus 5. And they circled the 2 and they circled the 5. Why the fuck are you adding 2 and 5 and then adding the middle number?
What?
Just add the fucking numbers.
right.
Add the
I don't
first
know.
2 if you need to, and then add the third. Why do you got to add the top,
But
the
what
bottom,
number
and
are
then
we
the
trying to
middle?
get to?
It's fucking weird. And,
And
the way
then
they
when-
count, like the counters and stuff.
Yes, and then when I was trying to help this kid on a tablet do math, I was like, "Where's your scratch paper?" Right? And he's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Your
What
scratch
is scratch
paper."
paper?
They don't even
Yeah.
know what that is anymore?
No.
Are you kidding me? I live
I
with
tried to
scratch
show
paper.
my daughter the way to add, like
Remember
like,
the long
like-
division?
like a 10 and a 12.
Uh-huh.
Like, okay, you add this,
And then
you
you
add
add
this.
this.
Boom.
They don't do it that way no more? How the fuck
No.
do you get your
I
number?
don't know.
They bring
Oh,
like
shit.
a pig,
Literally, I
and
will
an
ask
elephant,
her.
and then they. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. It's crazy. All I
They're
know
like,
is
if a
YouTube
pig
is going to
has
be our
4
best
feet.
friend
Yes.
then, because I don't, or a tutor. I hope I'm that rich enough to
Get a
hire
tutor,
one.
right? I mean,
Yeah.
Because
that's
my
the
brain
dream.
hurts just thinking about it. and I'm not even
does.
there. I'm not
I
even
mean,
there.
You can't change math and then expect us parents to be able to help
But
our
why
kids.
did we change math?
It wasn't broken. I'm just saying.
2 plus 2 still equals 4.
I know. But now you just did it like a more complicated way to get 4.
Now you
Like,
gotta
why
do
does-
It is.
It
That's
is.
all it is. It's
So
more
it's like,
complicated way to
why
do it.
does it take 10 steps to get to 4 when I could have just got 2?
Because it's a possibility is how I feel. Like, oh, they found out, oh, well, this also equals this. So we're going to just do it that way.
Yeah, but see, okay, this is why
That makes no sense.
I chose to do
doesn't.
accounting instead of like being a nurse, because a nurse, that's a lot of science background, all that stuff, right? And science is what? all like
I don't know. I wasn't good at that.
what say
I'm not
that's
that
why I'm
smart.
depending on you to help me. Like
Not my
We're
strong
all
class.
accountants, so we don't know science.
So what is that called when
Numbers
you
didn't
theories,
lie to me?
theories.
Oh.
Everything's based off theories.
I
Well,
don't like
if you did-
probabilities. No,
Exactly.
accounting is this equals this.
Yeah.
and if it's off, there's a reason,
There's a
why
reason,
it's off.
and we'll find that reason the same way we do every other way.
So I don't understand why math. There's no possibilities. Okay, we know if you keep adding, there's gonna be more.
Yeah.
If you keep taking away, there's gonna be less. Like that's just common sense. So are we trying to teach our kids common sense? Because then I'm with it.
Yeah.
You know, because the younger generations can use it. So that's why I don't even think marriage will exist for the younger generation.
I know I had my friend Brittany over a little bit ago, and they were talking, like her and her husband were talking about how monogamy is so unnatural as a human. Like it's just like not a natural thing to do. So all of us in our like marriages and relationships, we're trying to make an unnatural thing work, and that's kind of why everyone's marriage kind of has problems. You got to work on yourself and do accounting because you're teaching yourself to do something that's not natural, apparently. Like. Which I mean, I guess I.
I mean, I
but
believe that you can love multiple people, but I feel like like you said, like that connection is that strong that like you said though. I mean, at the same time, I feel like what it is just life. I feel like it's life that what tears
life's more
relationships apart.
complicated than it was before. So monogamy was easier when it wasn't as complicated.
right.
But
I
in
mean,
today's world,
there
it's
wasn't like
all these factors,
Facebook to get people caught up.
right? I think
Right.
everybody.
I love
has
when people
something.
blame Facebook and Instagram for their actions. Like,
Oh, I love that too because I'm like, Facebook didn't make them do it.
Right, they
Whether
didn't.
they were going to be shady on Facebook, they would have been shady
on
some other
MySpace,
way.
they would have been Black. What is it? Black Planet.
Oh my god, I remember. that.
AOL. I am.
Oh my gosh.
That's where it started.
Yeah.
You know.
Wow.
Chat rooms.
Or what about
God,
chat
I remember
lines?
chat rooms.
Do you remember the phone call chat? Like the chat
Yes,
rooms
I
on the
do.
phone?
I was
Press
just thinking
9 and
about
you wanna
those the
skip?
other day.
Ooh,
I
yeah, I like
wonder
the way
if
you
those are
sound.
still available.
Oh my god.
I probably would have been skipped a couple times. I know I don't have that key. Like, this is the one thing my wife said. You've never faked your voice. So I'm like, hello. No, I'm just kidding. But I'd be like, hey, what's up? You know, like I'm like, hey.
Oh,
Baby. You know what I mean? That,
Yes.
What's your name?
Yeah. I'm not. Yeah, I don't even sound right. You see, I sound like
Yeah.
Minnie Mouse or whatever her name is. You know. So
Oh, I loved the chat room day. My favorite is like when you would like press 9 and they're like, say hello. And then all of a sudden you just hear, and then I'm just like, no, thank you.
Oh my! I remember my sister used to pick up the other line.
Oh, while you're on it?
Yes.
And while I'm having like a full blown conversation lying about my age,
Oh, God.
and she's like, she's 12. Which I wasn't 12, by the way. But
Still.
I mean, maybe like 14.
Yeah.
But still. And then it's like, all you hear is click. Like, so yeah, she was a little hater, even though she was older than me. I understand now.
Yeah.
But anyway, to go back to the marriage for me, okay, so being married at, like I said, 19, growing up, I have lost focus at one time, and with stress, life happening, and then wanting to take that stress and then going to have a drink or going out to the club because that was fun. It took my mind off of
The
the
issue or what was going
responsibilities
on.
of my
Yeah.
marriage, of my life with in my marriage, right?
Yeah.
It happens quick. And then before you know it, you lose everything. And then it's just you. And then you realize, I guess this will be more for a mature state of mind or someone who's able to admit their wrongs. Like, I messed up. I was selfish. I didn't put that time. I didn't put the energy in. Did I give my all? Like, for people who really take, marriage seriously, like, I don't think a marriage is perfect. You can find someone who's, been married for 70 years. And I promise you, they have stories.
Yes.
And that's the most beautiful part because even with damage, for you to be able to pull through together, but that takes two. That takes two people to really willing to go through that nitty gritty and then heal together. And I think that's, as long as you do things together, even if it's going through the bad together and going through the good, because there's going to be times where you're going to doubt yourself and you're going to doubt your marriage. And then that's when the other person's supposed to like pick you up for you. I can't be strong all the time. And I need someone to pick me up sometimes. And I need to learn to be vulnerable,
Yeah.
and let that wall down and be open and let them know, look, this is what I need. because sometimes they can't read your mind.
Then that's where the communication
Yes.
probably really helps.
We all assume they're fucking mind readers.
They assume things too.
All the
True.
time. Actually, I think they just take one thing. Even though I know mine's a girl, she has a man's mind, like very simple minded, and it's very frustrating. But I've learned to work with it. You know, when you stop picking at everything that they do to irritate you, because look, the grass ain't that great.
Yeah.
I
I
know.
was like, they have the same
Someone else
amount
is
of
going to
issues.
annoy you just like
Just-
me.
So choose that person you're willing to go through with it.
I know,
Yeah.
but once you have kids, it does complicate it because
Oh,
it's not like
definitely.
you can't just get it easy out because you now share like this person together. And I mean, like for me, this year has been the hardest year of my marriage so far.
Yeah.
And I'm on year number 6, so I don't know like how that was for you when you hit year 6, but for us, we found out our daughter had autism, and it was just like we were no longer in sync in a time that we needed to be in sync. And I get that everyone goes through things differently, and maybe like I don't know if it was a woman thing, I was just more accepting of it, and I felt like it made me better. And in an aspect, I feel like it made him worse because he didn't know how to handle his emotions. And when you're shutting me out when I'm trying to help you,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's hard. And it's at the same time, I'm trying to help you, but at the same time, my priority is my daughter.
Right.
So finding that balance is like, she's number one to me, but I also want to be there for you. And
You have
it's
to be
like,
there for him.
it's, yeah.
'Cause
And I'm trying
But he
so
has to
hard.
let you in.
Yes.
Yeah. But sometimes, you know, you can't push it, and you just got to be there. And so
Yeah,
when
because
that door
everyone's healing is different, and I can't
different.
expect him to be on my level when he is. And I think that was my main thing is I need to let him feel whatever he's feeling.
Yeah.
And eventually we're going to catch up. But at the
'Cause
same
that's
time, it's like hard to
hard.
know, like, how long am I supposed to put up with your shit?
Yeah, that's
you know,
hard.
like, I mean, I've already come to the conclusion we're going to die together.
I was gonna say, I think you're
We's dying.
You're gonna go through it forever.
Yes, but right now I'm really like pushing him to find something for himself, because I think if he has something that brings him joy outside of our family,
yes.
it will help bring him back and, you know, let him
Center him.
refocus and let us be a team when it comes to parenting our children. And then, you know, like, because I'm not gonna lie, when he's like being such a great dad or playing with our kids, it makes my heart overjoyed. When I see you like yelling because you're frustrated, it's like, that's like my person you're screaming at, so now I'm kind of mad, you know, like, and it's
But
so
you
it's-
got to give him.
Yes, I know. It's
I know, it's a
easier
hard
said than
balance.
done, because you want to be that good person. It's like, oh, be rational, know that he's feeling what he's feeling, but at the same time, it's like your mama bear.
You know what? And I think the best moment for that moment would be, baby, you know what? Let me take over.
Yes, and I do that, but the struggle with my husband personally, and it might not be for like everyone's partner.
Yeah.
But I try to be like, here, I got it. Go away. You're frustrated.
Yeah.
You won't fucking go away. How am I gonna help you if you don't fucking go away? Now you're just letting yourself be mad.
Yeah. And then at that point,
Like-
see, and that's the, you can only do so much though, because in marriage doesn't mean you sell your whole self, right? Because you still need to be you. You still need to have like yourself, because if you're not there, if you're giving your all to someone else, how can you be there for yourself? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think for you have to be strong for that person. And sometimes I know, I know that news because I share the same similar with finding out my nephew was autistic. It's hard because you go through all these thoughts, then they play out, and then you know it's just, it sucks. It really does suck, and you just want someone to grab you and say everything's gonna be okay. But it is gonna be okay, no matter what.
Yeah.
But it's also a process, and I think people forget that. It's a process. Anything in life is a process. You know, when you get bad news, it tests you.
Yeah, any kind of bad news could put a strain on your marriage. Whether
Definitely.
even if it's not kid related, any like event happening in your life can alter you, and then also that's altering your relationship.
And that's
even
why
though you're not
communication
meaning
is
to.
so key. Because there's nothing wrong to say, babe, I love you, and right now I'm going through something. I'm not sure how I feel about like what I'm feeling, but I know that I'm not being whole to you. Like I know I'm not really that like being available to you, and I just need you to be patient with me right now, because I'm trying to find my own happiness. And because I noticed that with my wife, like she was going through something with her job and very stressed out, and I know when she's stressed out, it starts taking away time with her happiness, basically, in general, whatever makes her happy. She wasn't, you know, her like she wouldn't express just like certain things like affection to me, because during her downtime when she wasn't in front of her computer, it was her mind was
Her
already
mind somewhere else.
somewhere else. And not
don't
on
feel like
purpose, she
being
wasn't paying
affectionate
attention to me.
when-
Exactly. I've had those moments.
And I will be honest, when the kids get to me, I'll be all up in the mood. I'll come home. I'll be loving. I'll do that good greet, not just the.
Like,
I'll do the good
like
greet, the
Mimi in
good
the
hug,
Mimi
the good
in the
butt-
bathroom, baby.
Yeah, the good slap, on the butt.
put on the kid's favorite cartoon.
You know what I mean? So I come
Yeah.
home and I'm in a good mood, ready to go, cook a dinner, yeah. And then something happens, and then the kids just make me go, pew.
Fuck it all. I give up.
And then
then
he'll
you're
be
like, "Why you
coming
looking
in.
at me?"
He'll be coming in like, yeah. I'm like, nuh-uh.
Try again. Not
Bye.
tonight.
Nope. Put me in a
Get
bad
your
mood.
kids. Get your kids. They
Bad
become
mood.
your kids now. Just go get your kids. I don't. I'm
Yeah.
gonna take a bath. Don't bother me.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
mood, definitely mental.
Yeah, because life happens fast and stress takes over. Your mind is gone. All you want to do is not think for a second. So I don't want to think about me not. Okay, look. Okay, I'll love you tomorrow. Right now. Right now, I just need me. Like it sucks, but that's marriage, right? Sacrifice.
Yeah.
And thinking of others, and I think it's easy to forget that.
I think the one thing to remember that like your partner is the one person in this world that's going to completely be going through the same thing as
Boom,
you
at the same time.
because like when you're stressed out by the kids, those are the same fucking kids that are on his nerves too, right? So we got that in common. And so in reality, I hate the idea that it should be us against them. But I think we'd probably be happier if
You
we're
have
like,
to.
hey, these kids are being dicks. Let us be cool and agree that they're dicks.
Right. Like you can't right and agree on the discipline. Right.
Yes.
You can't if I discipline my child, do not come right there at that moment and say, well, I don't care what you think. You
Oh,
can tell me
that's-
that in the room.
Exactly. That's
Time
so
and place.
important. Do not interrupt me when I'm disciplining my child because now you're questioning my authority in front of them.
And now what's gonna happen?
If
What
you
does
didn't
that child gonna
agree-
think of me?
Exactly. If you don't agree, tell me later. I'm going to acknowledge your feelings
Yeah.
and I'm going to do better.
Yeah.
I'm going to do better. But in that moment, now, unless I'm like beating my child,
Right.
let me talk to them and
Yeah.
discipline them in the way that I think is fit. And
Yeah.
if you think that maybe I'm being too lenient or this or that, tell me later and I'll try to, work this out with you. But in the middle, now you're pissing me off because I'm trying to discipline my child and you're interrupting it. And it's not fair. I let you have your moment. I'm trying to handle it and you
Fair.
just won't let me handle it.
Fair. I don't even think that exists in the marriage. Like that word. Right? Because it's
True.
always going to be like a teeter tot, like teeter back and forth, right? And sometimes you're going to be giving 70 and you're going to, the other person's giving 30 or then it's 50-50 and then it switches the opposite side, And so, man, fair. You got to be okay with
It
not being fair.
fair.
You got to let that pride go.
But I think I told you that things weren't fair in the beginning.
Yeah, I think that's always though. But that's because
When you
people
have
are still
kids,
in.
like it is not.
No.
Realistically, it's not ever fair in the
No.
beginning. Even if a man says he really wants kids and he's really going to be there and he's going to do this and that, realistically, I'm going to pull the tit out. Realistically, I'm going to get up because you're probably sleeping heavier than I am because I'm a worry ward.
Yep.
You're not.
Yep. Yep.
Realistically, I feel like there's always one person. Doesn't have to be man or woman.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Realistically, there's always one. I feel like that
Yes.
kind of
Kind
takes.
of dominates it.
Yeah.
Yeah. For example, my leave balance was shit.
Oh,
I had nothing
girl, I feel
for
you.
the first year, and I put my foot down. After that first year, I said, if she gets sick, you will be calling in, and I'm going to work because I can't keep having a zero balance. You're fluffing up with a 300-hour.
Must be nice.
And she works from home. So half the time when like the kid is sick, she doesn't even use time. She's still working for home.
Puts
should
on
be-
the TV.
she should be taking
gives
one
him
for
a
the
little
team.
snack, and then keeps working.
Yeah, literally, So
Lucky. I'm jealous.
the balance of
I know. I wish.
but the balance of work and marriage, I just think that as long as you guys have a communication, because there's gonna be times where it's not gonna be perfect and you're gonna feel cheated, or maybe he or she may feel cheated on the opposite side. And I think that sometimes you're not aware of that, and so again, communication is so important. Tell me, because a lot of people don't speak up because they're scared of how that other person's gonna receive it, and they have to know that at the end of the day, I love you, and I'm only telling you this because we need to stay grounded together.
With the work thing, in my relationship, it's actually the opposite. My husband's actually the one that takes one for the team and leaves and goes and picks up the kid that's sick, because it's kind of been an issue for us sometimes, is like he thought I was putting my work first and that I was taking my job too serious, and that the only thing I should be taking serious is being a mom. But that's not, once again, that word we don't like, fair. Just because I'm the mom, that doesn't mean I need to constantly be that one. And don't get me wrong, I'm so appreciative of what he does, because he's a very involved dad, and I feel like he does a great job. But at the same time, I shouldn't be criticized for wanting my job to be important to me, or not wanting to miss work because I got a lot of stuff to do. And me wanting to be the one to go to work and asking you to stay home, don't make me feel bad about it, because my job being important to me is part of who I am, and I don't want to change that, because then it's not going to make me a good mom if I'm having to change who I am on the inside. You know, I want to be good for them, and at the same time, I still need to be me to be able to do that.
That's awesome, because if you can't be you, right, and that person fell in love with you, I can't give you that best version you fell in love with. You know, if I'm down, it's going to be a different version of me, and then that's going to affect us. And kids pick up.
I don't know. I feel like I'm a different version from when he met me.
I mean,
you can look at the old me. And I had my shit together.
You still have
You look at me now. I'm rolling out of bed at 7 o'clock. I got to be there by 8. I got to drop kids off.
But you're rolling out of bed at 7 o'clock and getting those kids there at 8. So you're still doing it.
I'm just looking like a hot mess. I think I texted Desiree today. I was like, I didn't even brush my hair today.
Hey, you know, and that's okay. And that's okay. I think actually after Thanksgiving, I didn't do it for 3 days too. It was the bun. I was like, this is it. This is what's gonna be. You lucky I'm out. Like, you know, and that's okay. It's okay to have those shitty days.
I feel like though, like even in the beginning, like I was like super fun. I mean, because when you first meet, like you're young, you're super fun. Yeah, I got my energy. I'm super fun. I could get drunk and roll into work the next day.
We all did that.
I remember those days.
You know, I'm dead the next day.
I'm like, fuck that shit. Listen, you're gonna be happy that I don't come in today.
Yeah.
Because everything's a little cross-referencing
doing
right
a favor
now,
for
and
y'all.
I'm like, everyone's Excel sheet up. So,
Yep. You better hope this isn't a shared file,
oh,
because I'm about to mess up your formulas.
and that's the worst. That's the worst. Man, things when you were younger was like the recovery was different.
It's all different.
But you needed one day. You just needed a couple hours, a little water, and you was good. And a greasy burrito.
Yeah.
Ooh, something
Gym
greasy.
Boys.
Those was the best. We used to go to Denny's every night after going out. And I used to get
seasoned fries, ranch,
brownie Alamo. It was the shit. Oh my God. All my friends, my homies, the homegirls, like whatever house party we went to, it was Denny's right after.
I can't imagine doing that now.
Oh my God, I know. I'm like,
Girl,
I gotta get home because somebody's waiting on me.
We go on a date night. I'm like, so did we say movies and dinner or just movies? Because I don't know. I'm gonna make both. Like, I'm tired. We're in the movies like,
Oh my God.
and we wake up. Oh, that was such a good movie. Like, she knows that I fell asleep and I know she fell asleep, but we're not gonna admit it, and we're gonna play this off.
We all seen the end. That's what counts.
For example,
if not, I can Google it.
Yeah.
What happened at the
no,
end of this
babe, I
movie?
know. Let me. Yeah, that's what happened.
I remember.
We just got a new couch, right? Mm-hmm. And it's like my dad. He'll sit on any couch and just like seconds fall asleep. Mm-hmm. Right?
Lucky. That's great. Ooh.
Right? I wish my mom be
know.
like, oh, it's awful. So with the new couch we sit down after a long day of work. We still find a way to sit next to each other. That's again another key thing of keeping that marriage.
I feel like that doesn't happen a lot either.
No, because you easily like this is my favorite spot now. After 11
Somebody's
years
got the
in
rocker
marriage,
over
heck
there.
Yeah.
That's my corner.
Yeah, because we have like it was 3 recliners on it, but you know I'm like, well, I like this one because the TV's like right there, you know. And then she's like, well, I like this one, and it's literally opposite sides. So then we're like looking at each other like, who the fuck gonna give in? Like, you see, it's unfair, and so I'm like, all right, y'all meet you in the middle, you know. So I'm like, then I kind of like extend my whole body to like where we just touch pinkies or something, like, you know. Okay, I feel you. Like we made a connection tonight, you know. And that's important. And I just totally forgot what I was saying.
I like that.
But
Just
yeah,
touch pinkies.
it's something. It's something.
I'll
It's
just
something.
reach over to the recliner.
Well, let me
got
ask you
you,
guys.
boo.
Do you guys cuddle at night anymore? Okay, well maybe I'm the only one because my kid still sleeps with me. But
No, I don't
in that
cuddle.
moment, no cuddle.
We will sometimes before we're ready for bed.
Got it.
So it'll
Oh,
be
that's
like
cute.
a good
Okay.
5 minutes, 10 minutes,
Yeah.
and then it'll be like, all right, I'm rolling over and you get in the back.
Good night.
Yeah.
Okay. So I remember when we first started dating, we couldn't sleep
Oh
without
my
each other.
God.
Remember that?
All up on each other. We were pretzel style.
Forgot to say what we're drinking.
Oh.
Justine, do you want to tell them what we're drinking?
Mommy's favorites.
Well, I mean,
I think anything
Anything.
is mommy's favorite.
alcohol. I'm there. I'm
Oh
not
shit!
picky.
What was this? A spritzer? I don't know, but it had lemonade, it had vodka, it had Sprite, and a splash of grenadine.
Ooh, that's
splash.
the. You guys said you didn't make fancy drinks, but that's fancy. Because mine would have been cranberry and vodka.
Oh yeah.
But for my wife, I try to be like, girl, sometimes I'm a stripper one night. Next time I'm her fantasy. Next time, whatever. Because I always want to be that person who's willing to try whatever you want to do with me. My biggest fantasy would be like, I think I'm always in love with that beginning stage of meeting someone, right?
Oh, when you're all
It's
excited,
that
and you just want to
rush,
make
you know,
like
like,
make them
where you
like
care
you.
about what bra and panties you wearing.
They
Like,
got me matching.
has to be matching, right? Because they're gonna be making fun. It can't be no holy ones or ripped ones, stretched out or faded.
No period
No,
panties.
no period panties.
Hide those. They don't exist.
Nope, we don't get periods. You know, all that stuff. So I want to do like, hey, meet me at the bar. We take 2 different taxis.
Yes, I've always wanted to do that. I'm not gonna lie. I've always wanted to do that.
I mean, that does sound kind of fun.
Yeah.
Right? And then with a couple drinks, you know, just to kind of start it.
Mm-hmm. Look at you giving us
sure.
some tips.
I like that.
I have
we need
to.
be a
Okay, so have you
listener.
guys actually done that?
Not yet. Not that one. That one's coming, though. I kind of already have it pictured out how we're going to do it.
You're like, I'm very excited for it.
Maybe on her birthday. Her birthday's coming up, and
Ooh,
might
shit.
try out the casino, the new one, Hard Rock. They call it Sacramento, but it's not. It's in Wheatland.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even know there was a new one.
I only know because somebody told me from work today.
Yeah, it's a brand new one. I remember because I was going to buy a
Man, I
house
love
at
the
Plumas
casinos.
Lake.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Remember that?
Yeah.
And they were saying, yeah, we're going to get a casino. This was like 5 years ago. And I'm like,
And it finally happened?
They finally, I was like, oh, they actually.
5 years
Oh,
later.
you guys did. Oh, this is the one. But it still says
Yeah,
Sacramento.
why are the casinos all far away?
It's
I'm
hella
gonna
far.
drive like 45 minutes to get my gamble on.
All the casinos are about 45
They are,
minutes.
yeah.
Ooh, I love
Well, I
Red
guess
Hawk.
it really just depends. Well, how far is Thunder from here?
That one's actually pretty close. Maybe
Yeah.
like 30, 25 minutes. How far is Thunder Valley?
I don't know, probably 30 to 45 minutes.
I mean, you know
think
better.
I've maybe been there once.
really?
I've,
Mm.
you know.
I only think twice.
I've been there a couple times. I love it.
I don't like gambling. I'm too cheap.
Oh, yeah, me. I take
Well, I'm
20.
not
20,
lucky.
Oh,
boom,
me too.
done.
High five.
Like,
How do you guys
That's
even
enough.
like have any fun with $20?
I don't.
girl, I'll be on that 5-cent penny machine.
Doing like the bare minimum bet?
Maybe,
Yeah.
so I can
Because
sit
I can't
there.
afford. If you really look at the max bet on a penny machine,
Yeah, it's like
I might
$5.
as well play at the 25-cent machine, like because that's probably cheaper. It's like $1.60.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think I've seen $1.80 one time, and that was max. I'm like, I don't have enough. Or I'm real cheap. I'm like, well, I'm just gonna wait here
Listen,
until
I
I
don't
get the
work
drink.
hard for my money, and I am not going to see that shit just go to the win. Go to the
Best
man.
story. Would you guys go to the strip club with your significant others? Ooh, that's a good one.
I think.
I mean, if it was a classy one, that I want to.
Girl, which one's classy?
I
was
don't know, like a
gonna say, I
burlesque
feel
show. Like I
I've
wanna do
always
that.
wanted to do that.
Which shows?
A burlesque show.
Oh yeah, no, those are classy. But that's
Yeah, 'cause
not a
then
real
those girls
strip
are like,
club.
it's like a show. They're like, they're trying to seduce you.
Yeah,
without
no,
like
I've-
just like.
I've always
nipples.
wanted to do that. Actually, I actually always wanted to do.
I mean,
that.
I guess I would. I don't think I'm
Yeah,
opposed to
I
it.
feel like I'd
one
be open
crazy
to it.
night, you might
Yeah.
fall in there.
Fall in.
Like, oh, how did we end up here?
Just pulling in. He's like,
Yeah.
where the fuck are you
Yeah,
going?
exactly.
I don't know. I'm just going to fall into
Oh.
this place.
He's like,
What did we
well, I
find?
just heard about this place on Yelp.
They have great wings.
Exactly. Hey, they might. We went a couple times. I would say the first time we went for her birthday, I don't remember what year it was. Like how old she was turning. And I remember this girl. I swear to God, I say this all the time. This is when I fell in love with a stripper. Our T-Pain King.
Yeah.
It was like during that time. And I'll never forget the stripper. Like, okay, we don't have the best strippers at Sacramento. So
I've heard that. I have
It's
heard
not the
that.
best. I mean, it's better than Reno for sure.
I have heard that too. I've heard the Bay. Go to the Bay.
I'm trying to go to Atlanta. So, so anyway, I'll never forget. I call her Cotton Candy. because that's what she smelled like.
Oh.
She smelled like cotton candy, and then she had like this body glitter everywhere, right? So mind you, it was supposed to be Jasmine's dance. Now my babe,
You're like,
she knows
"Watch
I'm a
out,
little
yeah."
crazy, so she's like, "Babe, come with me." I'm like, no, go enjoy. She's like, "Babe, no, just come with me," and I'm like, "Okay." So, so I go. First, I was like weird. She's like, she starts talking. And I'm, you know,
Not
me,
paying
I'm
you to
about my
talk.
money. Exactly. I was like, bitch, why are you talking? Like, we know what we're doing back here. Start
Shake them
bouncing
titties.
that ass. Exactly. Like, let me see what I do. You know. So anyway, so she finally started dancing, right? And she was the softest. Like, I sound like a pervert right now.
Oh, you're
but
good.
It's not like I was like, oh my god. You know, it was just like, you know, because she's all over you, right? So that's how I smelt her. Okay, so let me tell you. I never disclosed
That's how I
that.
knew she smelled like
That's how I
cotton
knew she smelled like
candy.
cotton candy and the glitter. But she was just like, she was actually really pretty. Had a great body, so it wasn't too bad. And I think it wasn't too bad because we were both there, right? Then the next time it was in Vegas.
Oh, this happened multiple
Yeah, well, this
times.
time we went with a group of friends, so it wasn't as bad. Everyone was with a significant other or a friend, and I think at this point I was a little more jealous. So I was like, you know what? I want to be here. I made a comment like, I'm gonna go to the guys, because it was like a girl and guy strip club in Vegas, right? So I was like, oh, you want to go in the girl? Okay, because I know like she wouldn't care if I went to the girl side, right? Because you know whatever, it's fun to her at that moment. But I was like, I'm gonna go to the guy side, and she was like, you want a dick swing in your face? And I'm like, no, but I know what pissed you off, like, you know, because there goes my little jealousy Puerto Rican side, right? So no, I did not go on that side because I don't want balls and dick in my face, unfortunately. Sorry, maybe.
No, realistically,
actually,
nobody
I
wants
was
the
gonna say,
helicopter in their face.
No one wants it.
No one wants it, right?
No.
No. That
Nobody
does
Have you
not-
ever
want-
seen a pretty penis?
No.
Does that exist? I mean, actually, let me not say have you seen it. Let me say,
Have
do
we
you think
heard
it
of one?
exists? Do you think it exists?
I mean, does a unicorn exist?
To my daughter it does.
Whether you're looking at it or not, nobody wants the helicopter in their face. Nobody
No,
wants
yeah.
that. It's
Never.
funny and it's, you know, it's funny. Oh, you okay, whatever.
I
But then it's like, okay, don't put that.
because that shit can like really hit you and hurt.
Really
Right?
can.
Like, a vagina can't hit you and it hurt. Like, but penis
knocked
definitely
out.
can. It actually weighs. So I'm just, you know, yeah, I probably wouldn't want to.
Nobody wants a swinging penis. in their
No,
face.
you know, and I think they're a little more rough. Females are just naturally more gentle, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, going back to the Vegas part. So when I got like a little jealous, so I said, let's split ways. Like, I don't really want to see you. Like, I picked a girl for her. And she went to go have a dance with Jasmine and the rest of the guys, you know, other significant others. And then me and my girls went and we were at where they're actually just sliding down a pole. And
Like the basic show.
right. And we were having a great time throwing our money out, like, because I wasn't paying attention to the other side. So it worked out for me.
Yeah.
So sometimes you got to alter the situation a little bit. But hey, when you get excited, then you go home.
Yeah.
That way you can have.
So the
sex.
one in Vegas, is it a full nudie or
Full
a
nudie.
topless? Okay. See, I feel like I'd be okay with the topless, not the
Can you
vagina.
believe that I actually worked with someone who was a stripper? She was actually a beautiful person. Okay, yes, there's average people that are strippers. So hey, you got to do whatever reason you're doing
Yeah.
it. It's
you
your
doing
reason.
it. Yeah.
Not my
But
business.
this one,
do you, boo boo?
exactly. But just be respectful. I was just saying, you know, some girls kind of do too much, but hey, whatever. But this one, like when I say she's a beautiful person, I mean like inside out, like the most genuine soul. You usually don't find genuine soul being strippers because you got to kind of, I would say, sell your soul a little bit.
Part
Well,
of you
a
guys
little bit.
It's a little
Yeah,
bit. It's a little bit. You
does.
gotta,
Yeah.
especially if you're going full.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, because my friend was going full.
Oh,
like
okay.
I didn't even know the bitch had a piercing.
And
Yeah.
and then you found out.
I found out, and I was like, wow. You know, but I threw $1 in my wife's pants. You know, I went with my wife to see my friend, and it was fine. We were good with it, you know. And I threw the $1 on her pants. My friend went down, but I know my friend. And I trusted her, and I know like that was a job.
yes.
Yeah. It was innocent. It was, yeah.
Like this was just a job to her. She knew it was business.
Right.
And, you know. Okay. I'm gonna ask a question. Okay. It says, "What's the best compliment you've ever received?"
Oh, recently by an older lady. She said, "You just look so pleasant."
Oh,
Have you
that
heard
is-
that?
That is
That's
a good
nice.
one.
Yeah, she
No,
said
I
you
have
are
not
just
heard
so not
pleasant.
beautiful, not just you're just so pleasant to look at. Not like, and she wasn't referring to beauty. She was referring to just
Yeah.
Like your presence.
Your-
I
just
felt like my
aura.
soul, like
Yeah.
you know, and I was like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
the good vibes is kicking in, like you know, like I think that was the best. That was the
See?
best.
I think
Like
it's similar to the one I had just recently. Tia was doing my hair. Justine's cousin, my friend. And I was talking about like how I'm kind of an insecure person. And she was like, well, she's like, you're not just beautiful on the outside. Like you also have like a very pretty soul.
Mhm.
And I was just like, I don't think I've ever been told that.
Because
So being told I
it's-
had a pretty soul, I
yeah.
think was like the best compliment I've ever
you know
had.
why? Because they got to know you.
Yeah.
They didn't just read that outside surface.
Well, and for me, I didn't always have a
Okay.
pretty soul. I used
Ooh,
to be a
boom.
mean
Yeah,
person,
girl.
and I've worked really hard
She
to like
was.
be. So it's like to hear someone like
I hear
feel
you.
that way.
Yeah.
It felt really nice.
You felt all the hard work pay off.
It took a lot of work for
A lot
this
of forgiving.
girl to get here.
Yeah,
you know.
girl, and give yourself applause.
Yes.
You know, because life can change you. Mm-hmm. You know, but you didn't let that.
No, I let it change me for the better, and
Boom.
you know, I like that.
Boom. You have to, because life is gonna keep coming at you.
What about you,
Mm.
Justine?
Mm-hmm.
I would say something of similar, that I have a very a good outlook on things, that I always try to make the best, and I'm always trying to smile, and I'm always trying to, let's be real, put the front on. Realistically,
Fake it
I'm
till
at
you
work
make
just
it.
putting the front on, or I'm at home putting the front on.
Fake it till you make
But-
it.
Well, that's it for today's episode of Sippin and Dishin. Thank you, Aisha,
Thank
for
you.
joining us. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and thanks for listening. Until next time,
Bye.